Hi guys, so in this class I'll be teaching you how to draft your notch collar blazers. So I've gone ahead to mark my to draft the front and back pattern, the basic pattern for the front and back. So I've for the neckline I use neck width of 3.5 for front and back. Then for the depth for my back I use 1 inch, and for the depth for my front I use 3.5 inches. That's for the neck depth. Then the next thing I did here was to go in by 1 inch for the back tightening for your blazers. You can go in by 0.75 or 1 inch, and if you're going in by 1 inch or 0.75, please make sure you replace it back. I just as you're seeing, I replaced it back. And also for my waist to the M line, I use 5 inches. You can use 4 or 5 inches. That is for the hem allowance for your blazers. So for my waist to my hip I use 9 inches. Then for my hip to the hem allowance I use 5 inches. So I'll be labeling it, and this line here indicates my waistline, this is the hip line, and the next line indicates my allowance. I hope you can all understand this. So I'll be doing the same thing for also for the front, so nobody gets confused. The waistline, I'll be indicating it as the waistline, and the other line there I'll be indicating it as the hip line, and the next line, which is the last line, is my M line. Okay, remember I use 5 inches. You can use 4 inches from your waist, from your hip line to your M line. Okay, so after that, the next thing I'll be doing is for to determine my break point. So for my blazers, I want my break point to be at my waistline. That's where I want my button to start from. That's what we call break point. So yours can be at your underbust or preferably anywhere, but I want mine to be at my waistline. So for that, I'll be going in from the center front. As you can see, I added another paper. So from the center front, I'll be going in. I'll be going out by 1 inch. Sorry. So I'll mark 1 inch downwards from my waistline to my M line. I'll be marking 1 inch from the center front. I'm marking 1 inch, and I'll connect it vertically, just as you're seeing on the screen. Then the next thing I will do, from that place I mark my 1 inch button allowance, I will connect with my straight ruler down to upward to meet the neck width. Okay, then I will extend the line upward, just as you're seeing. So I extended it upward a bit. Okay, so after that, what the next thing I'll be doing is to count, as in to measure what I have on my neck width for the back, and replace and put the amount of what I have there. So I have 3.75, as you're seeing, 3.75. Then I marked it on the line that we extended upward at the front pattern. So after marking it, I'll go in by half of an inch and connect slantly. Okay, just as you are seeing. So the first line that we marked earlier there was not necessary, it's not necessary anymore. So I'll make sure I confirm and that I have 3.75 at the new line that we marked, just as that new line I use my marker to indicate. So make sure we are having 3.75 back. Then after that, I will determine how wide I want my collar to be. So I want mine to be 3.5. Yours can be 3 inches. So I want the wideness to be 3.5. So I'll be using this my angle 90 on my pattern ruler to indicate where 3.5 is. So one of the lines on that angle 90 will be touching that line we extended. Okay, that will mark with our uh, marker. Then the other line, I will trace it. Okay, just as you're seeing, I'm tracing it with my pen, just marking some little dots. Then I will measure 3.5 on that line and mark. Then after that, I will connect. Then after connecting, I will still take my tape again to make sure I'm correct, just to be on the safer side. So I will remeasure that 3.5 on that line again, just to be 100% correct. 3.75, I mean, on that line. Then the next thing is to determine how wide we want our lapel to be. So me, I want mine to be 2.5. You can make yours to be 3 inches, or at least 2 inches. Okay, depending on how wide you want your lapel to be. So some use 2, some use 3, some use 2.5, but I'm using 2.5 on this place. And I'll extend the neckline first. Okay, first I'll extend the front neckline, then I'll mark 2.5 inches from my center front outward. Then that's 2.5 inches. Then I was for my button line also, I also mark 2.5 inches. Then I'll connect with a straight ruler, or you can use your curve ruler if you like. Some people don't mind using their curve ruler. So anyhow you want it, depends how you want your lapel to come out. If you want your lapel to be straight, use your straight ruler. If you want your lapel to be curvy a little bit, then use your curve ruler. Then if you want it like this, just as I'm doing it on the screen, you can go up a little bit by 1 or 2 inches, then make mark your curve. Okay, or if you don't want it to be like this, you can just immediately you went go out by 2.5, just connect with your curve ruler straight to meet the button allowance. But this is how I want my lapel to come out. So I that's why I'm doing it like this. Okay, so I just mark it as in the down part to be a little bit curvy to meet the button allowance. That is my break point. I hope we can understand it. So I'm just using the color marker to indicate it, to make the lines bold so you all can see clearer. Okay, so after that, I'll go in by 1.5 inches. Then after going by 1.5, I'll take my ruler again and look for the midpoint, that middle line at that angle 90 degree. The middle, if you check your ruler, there's a middle line between that angle 90 degree. Then you make sure that that middle line is touching that 1.5 inch that you marked. Then the other line, you just mark where the other line is pointing to. Okay, so I hope you can see it clearly. Then I'll just connect. After connecting, I will mark whatever I have. Because I went in by 1.5, I'll mark 1.5 inch again. So whatever you went in by, that's what you mark again at that angle 90 degrees line. Then I'll connect it to meet the upper part of the collar, just slightly curve, and that will give me our notch collar. Okay, so I'll make the lines bold by using my marker. I hope we can see it clearly. So the next thing I'll be doing, I can go up by 1 inch. Mind you, this is optional. If you want a little bit curvy at the down part of your blazers, so if you don't want it, you can as well just leave it that way. But me, I want mine to be a little bit curvy, just slight curve. Then after that, I'll measure what I have on my shoulder line. I'll measure what I have on my shoulder line for the front and for the back, and I'll get the midpoint and connect it to meet the that line we drew earlier. So I've marked the midpoint for the back, and here I'm marking the midpoint for the front. I marked what I have and looked for the midpoint. Then I connected it together to meet the dot line, just as you're seeing on the screen. So after connecting the that line, as the shoulder dots, that's how to get your notch. That's how to draft your notch blazers. Okay, if you want it to process that, you find the midpoint of your armhole and connect back. That's if you want it to process that. But this one is a shoulder that blazers. So this is how you're going to trace out. So first of all, I went ahead to label it as center back and side back. So for your side back, please don't forget to add sewing allowance of 1 to 1.5 inches. Okay, and for the side center back to and the side back, to join it, you have to add half inch. Okay, then for the front part, you see where I write unfold. Please, when you're cutting that collar on your fabric, please make sure that place is unfold on your fabric. So this is how you cut your collar out. So just follow the way I'm indicating it. This is how you cut of color. You can see that place I indicated should be on fold. Why this place I wrote notch? Please notch it on your fabric. Okay, both for the collar and also for the center front. Please notch it so that when you're sewing, you'll be able to make sure that okay, this is where the collar starts from. So you'll be able to align both notches together. So this is how you trace out or how you cut for your center front. Just follow the way I'm indicating it with my pen. Okay, so when you're following this way with your scissors, you will understand it better. Then for the side front, you also follow it just the way I'm indicating, like so. Please don't forget to add your necessary allowance for the side front and side back. One or 1.5 inches. And don't forget, if you are using your lining, please, of which you will use lining, your suit lining or whatever lining you're using, let the lining be 1 inch or 1.5 inch shorter than the main fabric. And don't forget to cut that place. I'm still indicating, unfold, please, unfold. So thanks for watching. I hope you understand.